Now that I'm a level 69 certified adult with a full-time job, I think I'm allowed to say that I can't enjoy video games as much as I used to when I was a kid. Forever gone are the days of me sitting at the computer for 12 hours straight, grinding out a character by killing a sword-wielding fishman to level up my Adventure Quest Worlds characters to the max level. I can't do that anymore without feeling an impending sense of doom, knowing that I have to go to work the next day. And all that I've accomplished is changing a digital number halfway from the level 34 to 35. I want to spend the free time that I have between 7 PM and 1 AM feeling alive again, breaking the monotony that is work and SQL queries and the fucking never-ending Excel sheets. Of course, some of us like to open up our Netflix, Crunchyroll, turn off our brains and let the TV show or anime we're watching autopilot our entertainment until we fall asleep. But sometimes, this just isn't enough. I need to feel in control. I need to feel like I'm alive again. I need to feel like a badass. In rolls Metroid fucking Dread. Let me first caveat that this is my first Metroid game that I've completed, and since completing, I have gone back to start Metroid Fusion, a game with similar themes of horror and helplessness. Where is the fun in someone holding your hand? Metroid Dread, like its predecessors, gives you an unknown planet, a hand cannon, and says, "Fuck you, figure it out." From the moment I started Metroid and saw how fluid Samus's first slide was, I knew I was going to finish this game. Mind you, I finish 1 in 20 games that I buy, so it says a lot about the immediate feeling of atmosphere and the obvious quality of the game. By now, I think you would have seen hundreds of videos talking about what Metroid Dread is, but I'm here to tell you about what it made me feel. Apart from a few hiccups on where I got completely lost on where to go, one time there was a tiny hole that you had to roll through and then fall through the ground. The real ones will know what I'm talking about. There's a constant feeling of progression. Like how life felt when you were going through high school and you're still meeting new friends and your life had brighter ambitions when you didn't know what working a job was like. This progression comes in many forms. The first being an array of creative power-ups that make you feel like you have a functional edge to beat the game at its own game. The second occurring when you work your way through the amazing atmosphere that Dread is able to consistently deliver across its 9 areas. Remember when I mentioned wanting to feel like a badass? This game definitely won't turn you into a badass IRL or anything, but it will definitely make you feel empowered to overcome any obstacles that come your way, and therefore, a badass. One of my favorite examples of this is the sluggish drag that the game puts you through when going through the water section. Moving about a quarter less of the normal speed, and then you pick up the gravity suit and you're like, pew, pow, 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 zoom, psh, psh, bzing, bzing. Oh. It's almost as if it's the gaming equivalent of making a problem to sell the solution. But the way that these problems and solutions are weaved into the game just feels so organic. Each new tool enables you to solve Dread's platforming puzzles in creative ways, as well as giving you an edge on fighting your alien foes. That is, if you remember to utilize your whole arsenal. Being the dumbass that I am, some of the game's bosses could have been a lot easier if I just used the flash shift a bit more instead of running around like an idiot. Anyways, ever wonder what it's like to inhabit the water planet from Interstellar? Or how about exploring the structure of an ancient advanced civilization, decorating their halls with their spoils? Well, Dread has got ya. I think Mercury Steam, the team behind Metroid Dread, really took the name Dread and ran with it. There are so many times where I feel like, bruh, if I was Samus right now, I'd probably just kilometers per second rather than dealing with that shit. Standing in front of the Emmy area, that's the unkillable robot that chases you around, and dreading that you have to go through the door, die about 20 times while planning your optimal route before getting where you need to be. This uncomfort is doubly apparent when transitioning from the bustling, hostile alien worlds to the dead cold halls haunted by the ambient echoes of the Emmy's distant chimes. On your journey, you approach... Spoilers! On your journey, you approach a looming technological structure that juxtaposes the rest of the areas that you've been to. During your badass alien ass beating, you inadvertently released X-Parasite upon the rest of the world, a gel-like organism that inhabits and corrupts any organic matter that it can find, and the only thing that is able to stop you is you. The only thing that is able to stop it is you. Inside you. Inside your butthole. It's at times like this where you expect the game to be reaching its crescendo just for it to subvert your expectations and say, "Did you know there's more?" What I'm trying to say is, dread is the perfect word for this game, and I'm glad they chose it. My obsessive week of playing Metroid Dread after work was completely worth it. I don't regret a thing. I find myself wanting to pick up my Switch and playing the game through hard mode, but I have 20 unopened games that are staring at me, so I decided to make this video instead to feel productive. My score for Metroid Dread is 7 out of 11. Where's my fried chicken? Take me back to Japan, please. But sometimes this just isn't enough. By now, I think you would have seen hundreds of One time there was a fighting apart from a few hiccups where I got lost on completely brighter ambition, creative power-ups that make you feel like a functional creative power. Remember when I said one of Ever wonder what it would like to be inhabited? How about exploring an ancient civilized structure decorated the whole back doubly. This uncomfort is doubly apparent when you do doubly any and corrupts any organic. Why can I not say that? Organic matter. Any organic matter. A gel-like organism that inhabits and corrupts any organic matter that can it find. What? Just for it to why can't I speak anymore? What the fuck? Fuck, finally. Ugh. If you haven't subscribed yet, the button is just below this video. If you found this video enjoyable, please give me a like, because I need some validation. And stay tuned for more random videos. Goodbye. Pew! Pow, pow, pow! Zoom! Psh, psh, bling, bling.